What does farming mean to you?
Farming means my life.
Your life?
It means everything. It means my economy, my fun, my business, my work. It means everything to me.
Including your spirituality, I'm sure.
My spirituality included.
Wow, and today as we take a look into this episode, we are here at the farm with Norman as we are going to explain more on farming and as we are going to learn more on farming. So tag along as we continue. Earlier on, when we just came, you said quite a number of things, amongst which is the benefit of farming in terms of economic. What did you mean are the economic benefits of farming?
So when we speak of the economic benefits of farming, number one, we're talking about self-sufficiency. Number one, we're talking about it being a source of income and also as a form of employment for other people. So economically, if you're going to engage into farming, you are learning in the process to be self-sufficient, where you can grow your own food, and if you can grow your own food, at least you control part of your economy in your own home. We're talking about source of income, that you can sell your produce as well. So apart from feeding yourself, you can sell it to others, and then you can bring in income for your family. Then the last one is the source of employment. Once you grow your business, you can not only feed yourself, you can supply others, you can also bring in other people who can help you supply even more people. That's source of employment.
So if I'm getting you right, you are in a way creating a link of the economical stability within yourself and even your community at large.
Exactly. So it springs from one to outwards.
So you are now becoming part and parcel of everything.
Exactly.
All right. So the other part which you mentioned, apart from the economical part, is the social benefits. What are some of the social benefits that you've seen so far in farming at large, or rather agriculture?
I think farming is a sector where you cannot work alone.
You
obviously have to interact.
man is an island.
Exactly. You have to interact with others.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like at this farm, where if you need to work on a farm, you definitely need to have other people who are going to work with. You need to learn how to interact with them socially. And of course, you're not going to be a tyrant who owns a farm and is going to use people carelessly. You need to know how to handle them well. So it's going to help you in communication, in how you socialize with others, and also it's going to help you as you interact with other farmers. You definitely need to learn from other farmers. Farmers who are doing it better, who are doing it differently, who are aware of advances in technology, but you can only get that information if you've got good social skills. And they're forced to learn if you're a farmer.
So if I'm getting you right, is it to make you become a good neighbor at large?
Definitely.
Not that you are on the receiving end, but you're also on an end where people will require something from you. And if you're not approachable, you will not in any way help out the people that also you intend to get help from.
Exactly.
Okay, so farming has those benefits economically, socially. And then the other one that I want to talk about after the short break is the health benefits of farming. So stick around as we learn more in this journey about the benefits of farming, even in our health aspects of our lives. Hello, Delight family. This time we've got a free offer for you in the link below. All you have to do is go there and click and you'll be directed to this book, which has so many insights with the topic that we are just from talking about, or rather we asked you talking about farming. There you are going to be provided with, most importantly, how farming offers so many lessons even in our spiritual lives. Go ahead as we journey along in this Delight family. Bye. All right, so before we went on a break, we explained quite a number of things, and we are here to delve into the benefits of farming, which is obvious. I mean, is it hypocrites who said, let your food be your medicine? I'm sure you've heard of that. So take us through, what are some of the benefits that you have personally seen the benefits of having a farm or being an agriculturalist?
I think
let me not be so technical in my terms. Producing your own food, because when we use terms like farmer, it may not refrain us from having even a background bed where we can produce something. What are the benefits?
I think the benefits are quite numerous, but I mentioned just a few.
Yeah.
And I'll start with the most prominent one, and that is that it works on your spiritual life.
Mm.
Producing your own food can actually work on your spiritual life. It teaches you virtues. I think the Bible is full of lots of these virtues, especially when Christ is giving parables. Most of them are farm related. It speaks of the seed sower, it speaks of the fig tree, it speaks of the mustard seed. So Christ knew how doing your own kind of farming can actually work on your spiritual life, and that's why he uses those examples massively. So it helps your Christianity, it gives you patience, and aside that, it can also help in your physical well-being. If you want to grow your own food, before you even invite others, you need to convince people that you're able to pay them before you invite any workers. That means that you need to work by yourself. And working yourself, it means you need to use your own muscles. And using your own muscles means that you're getting a health benefit by exercising your own body. Before you can even convince any other, even your own child at times, even if you have children, they need to see you work in the garden before you can actually implore them to work with you. So spiritual.
So talking about spiritual, because one thing that comes to mind as you explain these things is those are the attributes of one's character. And I mean, you talked about hard work, which is one of the things that we are lacking as youth, where we just want to get things on a silver. Then the other thing which you talked about is the aspect of you said patience, because you need to wait for those things. I mean, and my mind is actually drawing me to look at there's one of the letters in the Bible which talks about life is kind, which means you have to be kind to your plants, your clients, and there are many other virtues that are listed throughout that letter. And then, let me not cut you. We are about to talk about the other health benefits.
It reminded me of something.
Yes.
Though that I should mention quickly. But I think that it should be in Asia. It should be Japan or China. But it's in Asia, where they did an experiment on how plants get affected by words.
Okay.
So they had two sets of plants, same kind of plant, put in separate boxes, and one plant was praised, the other plant was shamed and bullied. And the plant that was bullied did not grow so well, and the plant that was praised and no good words grew so well and healthy. So of course we can learn from that the virtues also can be reflected from our farm plants. We just don't realize it, that a good environment is not only good for us, but for things that we deal with also in the soils. Let me finish up. That there is towards our health, it helps us mentally as well.
Because you started with how every mass of a person is involved. Because I was trying to compare with how when you go to a gym, only a set of muscles may be used, but here it's like every nerve has to be involved. Some of the fine motor skills are also improved.
You're able to do small minor things with your hands, and so it improves your brain capacity. It involves every bit of it. So they say if you want to remember something well, involve all your senses, and I think farming does it. You've seen the plant, you handle it, you feel it, and at last you eat the fruit of eat the fruit thereof. So farming just brings your brain capacity at its peak.
Emotionally,
I think farming is one thing that will calm you emotionally, because number one, if you're around a farm, you're around a very peaceful place, and all you want, if you need to control your emotions, a peaceful environment is the best place. And when you're farming, it teaches you not to get angry anyhow. It teaches you patience, to work on certain plants. So it just works on your emotions in such a way that it's very difficult to have loose emotions when you're working with plants, when you're working with agriculture, when you're working with the soils. It just balances you up.
What is your word to anyone who's watching us and would wish to plant something in future?
Someone who would wish to plant something in the future, I think my word would be that they should engage in it now. I think most people want to have a farm, want to have big land, and want to invest in big things before they can start any kind of farming. It starts in the backyard. The joy that you receive just from planting one papaya seed and it germinate will give you enough reason to do many more things. Trees can be planted, plants can be begun at the backyard in a box. The only thing you need to do is just to start and not wait for the big things to happen.
Well, there you have it. As I've been talking to Norman, and you've heard the health benefits of having a garden. You've also heard the spiritual blessings that are there, that as you work with the plants, like it is as we remove those ugly weeds from the plants. It's also similar to how we remove our part of the characters that we maybe have which are not needed even in our lives. It's sometimes hard, like you said, there's need of hard work, there's need
Yes.
of us being fully involved because it will require us to respect and to deal with other people. So as we journey along in this delightful journey, my invitation to you is, like I've said, that let's learn more about what farming is all about, and above all, let's find that Christ is also interested in our lives, because every thought that we have, every word that we utter, and everything at large that we do is also a seed, because we may be the only Bible that people are seeing, and we are planting that in people's hearts unknowingly. So it's time for you and I to be wonderful farmers. Bye for now, and see you next time.